I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you a video on vectors. We'll correlate the equation of lines with the description of the line. The idea is to visualize what we are trying to write, and in most of my videos on vectors, our concentration will not be on the algebra part, but will be on visualizing and the geometry part of it. The question here is, describe the line defined by each equation. So we have four different equations. First two is for 2 space, and then next two are for R3 or 3 space. So the first equation, all these equations are in vector form, correct? So the first equations are in R2, xy equals to 2 minus 3 plus s times, s is the parameter, 1, 0. Then we have xy equals to t times 0, 2. So these are the first two equations which will visualize. Can you describe these lines? Okay, you can pause the video, answer, and then try to describe these lines. And here is kind of my description. Okay, so we'll just start with R2. That means we have x and y axis at right angles. Okay, so this is what we have. Now when I say 2 minus 3, so that is a point on the line, right? So this is a point on the line. So x value 1, 2, and then y value minus 3. So 1, 2, 3, right? So we get this point. And joining this with the center will give me the position vector. So if I say that this is a point, let's say P, which is 2 minus 3, in that case, OP is the position vector, right? Okay. Now, second part to this is the direction, right? So this is the direction. So we are given the direction 1, 0. Now what does it mean? 1, 0. Now 1, 0 really means that you move 1 unit x, okay, and how much y? 0. So you don't move up and down. Do you see that? So it means you move 1 unit. Let's see this direction, right? So 1 unit right. So from here you move 1 unit right, but 0 units up and down. So you keep moving right. That means right. And next value of s, move another unit right. What will that result into? Well, that results into a horizontal line. Do you see that? Okay, which could be both directions. Is that okay? So this represents horizontal line. Through the point 2 minus 3. You get an idea, right? So that is what it represents, correct? 1, 0. So you're not, so the direction is only along the x-axis and the line doesn't move along y-axis, right? Now that should give you an idea of describing the second equation. What is that? Now the second equation is xy equals to t times 0, 2. Now here, what is the position vector? Oh, we really don't have any. So, but we do have, what is that? Okay, so that is 0, 0. That is why nothing is written there. 0, 0. So this line passed through origin. This line passed through origin, okay, with a slope of, I should say, direction vector, because slope will not make sense in R3. So let's avoid that. Direction is 0, 2. So along the x-axis, it doesn't move, but along y it moves up 2, right? So we say up, but if t is negative, it will be moving down. So that is how it moves up and down. Is it okay? Does it make sense to you? Okay. So then, what does this represent? Can you pause the video and answer this question? T0, 2. Okay, here is the solution. T0, 2 really represent which axis? The axis is, you're not moving along x, you're only moving along y from origin. So origin is your 1 point, and you move 2 units up. If t is 1, 2 units down if t is -1. So you move along y-axis. Do you see that? So that is what it is. So the second equation really represents y-axis. Okay, so this is very important to understand how to write equation of x or y-axis, right? Okay, now let's move on to R3 now. You can actually pause the video, apply these concepts, and then explain what these lines are. So what I'll do here is kind of sketch R3. Okay, so this is R3. First point which we are talking about is 1, 0, 2. That's the position vector, and the direction vector is 0, 1, 0. So when I say 1, 0, 2, so along the x-axis we move 1 unit, okay, and along the y-axis you don't move, and 2 units up, so 1, 2. So we have this point in x z plane, right? So this is x z plane, this point. Okay, so we get a point in x z plane. Let me draw it here. So it is kind of like this. Okay, so this is this point 1, 0, 2. Is it okay? So that's the point in z plane. How about this direction vector 0, 1, 0? Okay, now from here 0 along x, we don't move along x, okay, 1 along y, so we move like this. Do you see that? But we don't move along z, so it's kind of a horizontal, I mean parallel to, oh, I should have written, I'm sorry, this is z, this is y. Okay, so we are actually moving only along the y-axis. Do you see that? We are only moving along the y-axis. So that is the line which we are talking about. Is it okay? So this line is parallel to y-axis. Is parallel to y-axis through. So through this point 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, right? So that is what it is. So that is how we can actually sketch this kind of a line. Okay, does it make sense to you? Okay, now the last one here is similar to this. Okay, so I'll leave this for you. It goes through, yes, you're right, origin. Okay, because that is 0, 0, 0, and it moves along which direction? Along x, 0 movement. Along y, yes, it moves, and along z does not move. So this is the equation of y-axis. This is the equation of y-axis. You could also draw like this, because s could be negative, right? Do you understand? So it is y-axis. So that is how we can actually interpret the equations and the line, right? I hope that helps. I'm Anil Kumar. You can always share and subscribe to my videos. Thank you and all the best.